Good morning, traders. Good morning. How are we all doing today? Today is August 20th, 2024. It is Tuesday. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, we are going to be getting a little more serious, I think, about day trading in general. Now, I do have quite a few different strategies, and I'm trying to figure out which ones are the best strategy to use. Now, for all of you who've been following for a long time, you guys know that I like to trade basically when it's oversold and trade those reversals to newer highs. You know, basically companies like, say, Mara, where you basically buy low and you sell high. When it comes into those overbought levels, another clear indication here, you're buying down in this area, you're selling up here, you're waiting for it to sell off, you're loading up on those lows, and then you're selling up here, and you're just doing that continuously. Now, that's exactly what I like to do when I trade, during the day, during our live streams. That's what you guys are used to over the last couple of months. That's great. I'm going to continue doing that. For all of you who love doing that, I'm going to continue that. But also, I am going to start trading a little bit more aggressively during pre-market. I noticed there's quite a few companies that move during pre-market hours. For an example, GOVX, for an example, on Friday, we could have hit this on Friday. We did trade it on Friday too. That's the crazy part. We did trade it on Friday, just like we normally would with the Mara trade. We traded it, and then we sold way too early, missing out on a ton of money. Now, like, we locked in about 45-50%, but we also missed out on another 100, 80 to 100%, another 200% overnight. So I did buy again in this higher area, not realizing, hey, this is not going to turn out well for me. I should probably not buy at these highs. And honestly, I lost some money, guys. I sold way down here. I didn't want to factor in the account that, hey, this can sell off a lot. I thought it was going to rebound. Looked at the news, looked at a lot of charts, looked at a lot of information, looked at a ton of stuff, guys. Did my research, and I'm on the sidelines today, so I'm just watching, hanging out today. Big loss here, which is fine. We all have losses, but could have did a ton of different things. I could have literally mitigated my risk way up here when I was down like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. Instead, I just rode it all the way down to where we are. I thought maybe it'd bounce in the morning too, maybe some kind of a secondary kind of bounce off of this support level. And so, I had a fair trading plan, right? I thought, hey, it'll bounce off this $7 level, potentially be at a nice high in the morning. It didn't. It sold off. And that's exactly what can happen to anyone, whether you have a good trading plan or not. So, I had a trading plan. Didn't work. I should have cut my losses way earlier. Didn't. Hey, stuff happens. But the whole point of this is that we are going to be trading more of these momentum plays pre-market, and then doing some like kind of more subtle, not, they're still day trades, but they're kind of more stretched out, right? So instead of trading a quick, 10-20 minute scalp or a 1 hour gapper or something like that, in these pre-market areas, we can buy low and sell high within a 2-3 hour period, something like that. So yeah, still a great day. I'm not going to lose focus. I'm still here. I'm still excited to be here. Market is officially open. It's 7:30 in the morning. My time, 9:30, of course, market time. Now, I know I'm a little all over the place, guys. I'm trying to get as much information in as possible from yesterday. I said we were going to do a recap video. I didn't. I wanted to see kind of what was going to happen as far as, my position, the markets, etc. And just, overall, I just had a lot of time with the family and the kids. When they got out of school, so that was crazy. Time went by so fast. Okay, I'm getting a lot of alerts here, so Bitcoin is pushing up. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna delete this alert so it doesn't keep going off on you guys. Sorry for that. Don't mean to make noise. We're getting a ton of new people into our Discord as well, so that is just fantastic. I know I said good morning to everyone earlier, but good morning to everyone that is just now tuning in. I know we have people from all over the country, and we even have some from different parts of the world. So welcome. Welcome, guys. Mara is hitting that bell. Nice. Mara just crossed over $17. That is awesome. We got about 20 shares. We did hold those overnight, buying right here around this level at 1622 or 1621, and then buying some more at 1640, thinking this was going to happen yesterday. It didn't. It pulled back several times to that 1630 area where my average was. I'm like, should I sell? No, wait for that SMA level. And then it went up and then it got rejected again. I was like, man, should I sell if it breaks this SMA level? And it didn't, and it started going back up. So held overnight. Again, not a lot, $340 or so. We're up almost 5%. So that 5% could be an incredible way to be able to, I'm going to lock in a little bit of profits right here just to do it. There we go. We sold 10 on this one. But up 5% is great, guys. If we had $1,000 in this, we'd already be up $50 on the day. So not too bad at all. Obviously, if you had 2,000, you'd be up $100. So, the more you put in, the more you could potentially be up. See, now it came all the way back down to our other alert here, all the way back down to that EMA line. Now people will probably consider buying here, or it's just going to sell off, as this does tend to do that sometimes. It'll push up really nice, get a nice like bull trap ready for everyone, and then of course people will buy up here thinking, hey, I'm going to miss out, and then they end up missing out and losing, and then it goes down. So yeah, sold 10 shares up at that high. Very nice. I don't mind locking in some profits for the day. This can sell off all the way back to $15 if it wants to, and I think I'd end up breaking even. So when it comes down to a nice level and we see that indication of a break, I'm going to add more to my position. But as of right now, I'm just going to be watching Mara and just taking it easy, not going too heavy. Already locked in a little bit of profits. Again, guys, $10 is not a lot, so this is just to showcase this small account growing. Looks like it's pushing up again. So if we get another alert around this level, around $17, I may just sell the other 10 shares, as it is very volatile. Wait for a nice dip, buy some more, because we didn't miss where we should have bought. We could have bought in right here. As you can see, if we draw our lines, new support is around 1670-ish, 1673, and then new resistance, I would say still down here. I mean, it did touch at 1712, but doesn't mean it has to get up to that point again. There's even resistance literally right here in this level at 1693. So I feel like 17 is a pretty psychological number. Now, if it drops below, say 1670, then I'll just cut my loss there and I could sell and still be profitable, right? But I'm in a good position here. It can pull back a lot before I lose any money. It could also go up a lot. So also, if it passes this $17 level, then we can see an outbreak, or a breakout. An outbreak. Speaking of outbreaks, that was the whole thing with yesterday. The GOVX, VRAX, all those companies were because of the mpox that's spreading in Africa. So not good news at all, but definitely that was a news catalyst which drove GOVX up, and looks like it's now pushing up from $5. I sold at $5.54. It's at $5.81. Now, guys, this could have continued to go down all the way to $3, $2, $1. Now, there is a meeting for GOVX. The CEO is having a meeting tomorrow on Wednesday. I thought, you know what, just get out. I should have got out sooner, and I can buy back in. I can literally buy back in as it goes up and make the majority of that money back. So not a huge deal. Just broke over that EMA. It is 736. It is pushing up very nicely. And this could run pretty nice. It can go up to 7s. It can go back up to 9s, 10s, 11s. We can get a solid run out again like this for the whole day, from lows to highs. SPY had a pullback this morning, still bullish though. Let's see here. VRAX, same thing, huge push up. We did trade VRAX, buying 60 shares at one point, selling all 60 shares at 4,888. So we made a little bit of money. It was actually about $15 on VRAX, and then at one point it was up $53 on GOVX, and then got out. Good morning, Scott. Watch side today. Watch side. Oh, Cedo. Oh, yeah. Or Cido or whatever. I did see that yesterday as well. I did see this huge spike up yesterday. Looking pretty bullish still. Reports second quarter. Thanks, Scott. We'll set some alerts on here too. Kind of see what happens throughout the day. But yeah, very excited. I actually recorded my session this morning where I was trading some of the top gainers. Did I go over how I found them? Not necessarily. I didn't really go over the screener that much, but this is a top gainer screener for WeBull. I did make a couple trades here. As you can see, I need to wake up earlier. I need to get up at like 5:30 my time or 5 o'clock and start trading very early. This was a nice 432% run up. I thought maybe I could catch this bounce here as we look on the 1 minute. It was starting to consolidate the last, 4 or 5 candles. I thought, hey, this is a green candle, maybe breakout. It didn't. I got out right away. I didn't even let it test the EMA. I just got out right on this third. After I saw this huge red candle here, I was like, I'm out. Lost about $3, nothing too bad. Also traded PRFX today. Again, too late. I missed the run. This thing ran up so nicely, up 243% from what's that, 630 to 636, guys. I mean, that is just incredible. So very nice run up by PRFX. Again, it was kind of consolidating on this EMA line. I thought maybe we can get like a second little bounce potentially, maybe a midway bounce, not as impactful a little bit, but really no, there was no impact. I bought 100 shares. It was only like 57 bucks or something, and ended up getting out at the first red candle as it did sell off. I was like 1, 2, 3 green candles, potentially could go up more, ended up selling off. Now I did get into this too long. I should have sold it right here on this 7th candle. Instead, I think I waited almost 14 candles, and I go over all this and showcase that to you in my pre-market momentum trading session video that I'll be releasing later on today. It's already recorded. I just need to upload it. Sold here, lost about $6. And then TTNP, also traded TTNP. Look at that, it's actually running up. TTNP's running up, guys. Missed it. 860 to 11. It's up 27%. TTNP. $2 million contract with the Navy. Scott Boss said Cido. I have to remember that when trading, when looking at it again. Cido. I even added to my list. I don't even know if I added it to my list. I should have. I don't think I did. Cido, yep, looking good. Looking like it's gonna set up again. TTNP, man, I can't believe this thing pushed up 30%. 30% in 5 bars in 5 minutes. 30% in 5 minutes, TTNP. And I traded this morning, so this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? You want to try to catch these breakouts when you can, right? So if I would have woke up earlier this morning, obviously it looks like it started last night. Wait, what am I looking at? Yeah, it obviously started last night. So yesterday it started this run up 150% before the market closed, or during, after hours. Pushed up again now at what's that, 2 a.m. 2 a.m. it pushed up 38%, pulled back, pushed up again 28%. And then at 4:30, it did another nice push up at 22%. I tried to buy this little breakout here. I saw these candles. I saw it cross over. This red candle right here, this tiny little red candle was green when it started. Actually, no, it opened red, but I thought it was going to test right there. So I bought just to get in. Ended up selling off down to those $8 levels. And honestly, if I would have just held at that $10 mark, could have been up about 10%, not too bad, but I wasn't going to wait and hold. Also could have bought down here at this level just now and didn't. So pretty cool, pretty cool. TTNP definitely lost about $3, nothing crazy there. And then NNE, again, another solid company. I seen it going up. I thought, hey, if it continues this upward momentum, no problem. You could pretty much buy wherever you want. It'll eventually go up above it. My thinking really quick, looked at some news, and so this thing has run up quite a bit substantially, even from yesterday's open to close. It went up 32%, and then of course pre-market going up over 22%. So I bought in again, total FOMO, fear of missing out. I figured, hey, it's consolidating here. Usually when it consolidates, I should have known, hey, it's going to go down. I didn't wait for these other candles. I seen this green candle. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles, and then immediately sold off. I was like, you know, let's test this EMA line. I bought at a lower average, and to test this EMA line, it actually broke. It retested the EMA line, but as a resistance, sold off, sold down at this level, lost about $4, nothing crazy. Again, light positions to kind of just practice this, not new strategy, but just this more momentum trading strategy with this small account. And look at that, it went up from those 1260. I was at an average of 1260. It went up to 1371. I was just patient, and even now up 2 or 3%. Or just buying down at these levels, waiting for confirmation from these candles that it's making huge moves and volume. At 7:30, right at open, at around 1165 to where it is, 17% profit. So, 17% profit in 5 or 10 minutes is a heck of a lot better than making maybe 6% on a whole day run or an hour or two run, and so I was figuring, well, maybe I could save myself more time by simply learning momentum, obviously momentum trades, and it'll open up my capital. I'll need less capital to make more money, which is a weird thing to think of, but when you think of like Mara, you're going to trade Mara. I trade Mara a lot, right? Look at Mara. Mara's not really doing anything. Like it does, like it has 6% movers, right? And I'm still going to trade Mara, right? But so from here, from EMA where it tested, we could have got in right at this level where it tested to up to those resistance levels, which are now support, 6% profit. Now that 6% profit came in about 6 30-minute bars, so that's 3 hours. Okay, 6% profit in 3 hours. Hey, I'm happy with that. That's still really good. 6% is still really good. But now look at this, 6% of $1,000, okay, is $60. It's not quite to my $100 goal, right? If I have a $100 goal for the day for this account. But with momentum trading, you can literally make $60 in like a minute or two by buying more shares, is basically what I'm thinking. So we can get a good play, even on something like $5, right? I did the math. $5, I did this last night. I was doing a lot of research last night instead of doing videos. But hey, that's always a good thing, right? So if I have 1,000 shares of a company and it moves 10 cents, just 10 cents, that'll be $100. That's $100, guys. 10 cents. So if I got 100 shares at $5, okay, that's $500. Wait a minute. Anyways, it kind of depends too on the share price, right? Because the share price is going to be a big factor. If I buy 100 shares at $10, that's $1,000. So it's still $1,000. That's my whole point, right? So $1,000 to make 6%, which is $60. or make 10%. So I mean, I guess 10% isn't much more. It's a little more, and that's how you make $100. TTNP suspended. TTNP just got suspended, guys. It went up 30% and then sold off immediately, and it's like, nope, suspended. 16%. Went up 30, sold off more than half. Causing a ruckus. W on 6%. Nice, 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 nice. I successfully made a 2% profit on BTC trade yesterday. All your information really helped me. That is badass, causing a ruckus. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. I love hearing that. I'm glad you're finding value in it. I'm glad you I'm glad you're making some profits, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. 6% on this move here. How did you base your trade off, causing a ruckus? Off of this EMA line here? Because we talk about that a lot in our channel, the EMA line. This was a nice 6% run on the 15th, which was Thursday. Sold off. Bounced back up another 5%. Friday. Got rejected, came all the way back down to 15. Went all the way back up for another 6%. That was an 11% move in one day. Sold off again. Buying at this EMA line where it's testing that support level at 1603 and up, yep, another 6%. 6.8%. Yeah, off the EMA line. Good job, man. Good job. So did you hear that, guys? What does the blank gapped candle space mean? Blank gapped candle space. Oh, right here? This little area? Okay. This little area right here? Is that what you're talking about? That is where the market closed at 6 o'clock my time. That's when the market closed. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern time. And this is where it opened at 2:30 in the morning my time. 4:30 Eastern time. So this is where it gapped up. This huge gap is where it jumped, right? So it went from a share price of 1647 to when it opened, it went to 1677. Now this can be due to the Bitcoin going up as well. It does have mini gaps. See, there's another gap right here. Now it can gap up, it can gap down, and a lot of times it'll eventually account for that gap, right? So like this gapped up, went right back to where it was at after market, right? Gap up, corrected back to where it should have been. Gapped up, came all the way back down and tried to get back to that level, and buyers stepped in and pushed the price up. So as long as it stays bullish and you're going off of Bitcoin itself, you're doing good, right? So that gap up happened because this went up. Well, it went up overnight. Do you see that? So yesterday was the 19th, and we closed right around here yesterday. We closed right here. So that gap up was because Bitcoin went up. Okay? It's kind of odd because that's how Mara is. Mara will go up or down if Bitcoin goes up or down. Now, Mara also has its own news. I mean, you know, they could have issues with their mining, you know, software or whatever. But if Bitcoin is bullish, Mara should be bullish with it. So this big green candle that happened, this huge green candle is the gap that we saw on Mara. Now that does not always happen with certain companies because it's not correlated. But you will see gap up on stocks. Like a lot of these momentum plays, like this one. Like this one right here. Look at this gap up. This was during hours. But there was so much buying pressure that it went from 319 all the way up to wherever this opened. Where did this candle open at? It opened at 450. It opened way up here. because people, there was a demand for it. They said, hey, we're buying it at 320, 320, 320. It shot all the way up. People started buying at 340, locking in profits, selling everything all right here. Made a huge doji star and then sold off. So a lot of times gaps do tend to correct themselves. Or these gap ups can just mean they're going to run. Hey, this is going to run for days, right? It gapped up here and it's just going to run. So gap ups or gap downs can be a very good indication whether there's going to be a lot of momentum, or if it's just going to pull back on you. I'm glad you're finding success, though. That's awesome. I'm happy to play Mara with you tomorrow and Thursday. Nice. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I have people here that trade Mara, Bitcoin. I have people that trade long-term swing trades, overnight trades. They'll hold for a week. There's people that are scalpers. They'll trade in a few minutes or a few, seconds even. So pretty cool. Should have bought here. Sold 10 shares up at 1705. It looks like it's actually going to test that 17 again. Now, I have a feeling this may come back down a little bit. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick one more time. We'll probably end this live stream now at 8 o'clock in about 7 minutes. So if you guys have any ticker symbols you want me to go over, definitely do so now. And start leaving them in the comments. So very bullish. No need to actually sell anything as of right now. Bitcoin just crossed over 60,000 again. And overnight, it actually crossed and hit 61,400 overnight, guys. So while we were sleeping, this thing is putting in the work. Going from lows of 59, crossing over 60, and crossing over 61, and touched $61,430. Now it's struggling a little bit to get above that $61,000 level again. So let's see what happens. This may pull back a little bit. Obviously, this was clear signs that the company was, that Bitcoin was kind of starting to sell off. Looks like it broke that trend as you see here, almost like a bull pattern. It looks like it did break it officially. So that is good. That's what we want to see. That's exactly what we want to see there, right? So this was acting as a resistance. This was acting as a support, and got tested here, right? Support, resistance, support again, broke out. Now let's see how far it can go. Can this stay with this trend line and can continue back up to 61,000? Could it continue back up to those highs of 69,000, 70,000? We're going to see, but we've traded, we've traded this channel all the way down. We traded this as it went up. We even traded it as it went down here, and now we're going to be trading it even more. So very excited to see what happens with Bitcoin. As Bitcoin pushes up, so does Mara. Intel selling off, hitting our alerts, and now trying to bounce back up. Yeah, very oversold, or very overbought. It is now curling over, obviously on the RSI, selling off now. It got a little bit too ahead of itself. It tested this resistance level at 2184. That's exactly where I had this little notification. Hey, if it broke this resistance level, we could see some upward momentum and it continued to stay bullish. It completely failed. Did not do that. It's testing this EMA line, which, hey, if it tests this EMA line, then that is still considered bullish, and it can still continue to push up, maybe squeezing a little bit inside this area before breaking out again on that resistance level. I am going to set my alert here for $21. I believe if it crashes below $21 again, then we can, this company could see some more trouble, maybe having to come down to $20 levels and test that level all over. Very excited to see what happens with Intel, as it did have a huge sell-off. We were trading it in the past, and I'm just excited to see if it can get back to these levels. If it can get back up to these previous levels, that's a 40 to 50% profit, and that is a ride I would love to be on. So, yeah. Causing a ruckus. My OCGN is going off. Hold on. I'm trying to, hopefully these alerts aren't too loud. Selling off to 122, breaking that resistance line, breaking that EMA line, continuing to sell off. Down now $30 on this, right? 400 shares. Very good. It could be good. I could buy more here. As it does test this line here quite a bit, 119, 120. So I'm very excited to see what happens there. Okay, Mara hitting $17 again. Causing a ruckus says, hoping Bitcoin goes back up and holds above 70,000. My miners are making me sad, hanging in the 50s, 50Ks. Oh yeah, man, that's cool. You got miners though. That's really cool. You know, they can be very beneficial. You know, I know they're probably a lot better, you know, even 5 or 10 years ago when the hash rate wasn't so high. But I mean, if you can get into a pool, you can mine even $20 to $50 a day. You said yours is hanging in the 50Ks. Yeah, I mean, you can make even at this point, even if you can make $50 to $100 a day mining, that's incredible. After expenses, right? After you take care of all your expenses, you know, electric bill goes up. How is your electricity bill? Is that a lot worse? Your alert audio is a perfect volume. Cool, thank you. Thank you. It sounds extremely loud in my headphones on my wall. I could hear it all the way over there, so it's crazy. All right, up almost 5% again on Mara. This thing looks like it's going to keep pushing up. Now, what is our resistance levels for Mara? Looks like it just passed one. At $17, that was a key resistance level, which hopefully now will be a nice strong support. We can start seeing this push up to now $18. If it can push up to $18, we'll be in a much better position, having a nice low of $16.30. Now, I should have bought more down in that level. I should have bought more at $16.50, you know, $16.80 when it crossed over this line. $17 now, adding 10, 20, 30, 40. It'd already be 40 shares in. 153, like $600. So again, just slowly going up. This can pull back. There's nothing wrong with it, you know, it pulling back. It may do that a little bit. That's just how Bitcoin is. Very volatile. So I like trading Mara. Mara's super volatile. Causing a ruckus. I bought solar before getting into mining. Nice. Oh wow. Oh, I see. Oh wow. So your solar is free energy for your mining equipment to make technically free money, which is Bitcoin, which can also go up in appreciation, which then gives you free returns and almost just literally just making money out of thin air. Basically, that's amazing. I love that. I love that strategy. Free. You know what I mean? But I mean, of course, you paid for the equipment, you paid for solar, you paid for your mining equipment, stuff like that. So, you know, of course, have, you know, however many months or years to actually get your money back from your initial investment. But that is amazing because, you know, if you did this years ago, Bitcoin is at, you know, you said 50K, it can push up to 60, 70, 100K. You're going to be sitting really pretty with some Bitcoin. So very cool. I like that. I like that strategy. Good way to make some extra money for sure. And a good way to get ahead. OCGN, not being able to find that support. I may have to get out of OCGN until it finds its common ground here. Don't want to. I know a lot of buyers are going to start stepping in. See 5,000 over the counter for a 125, 10,000 at 1238, another 10,000 at 1238. So the orders are going to start coming in, and this would not be the time to sell and get out of my 400 shares. All right. It is 8 o'clock, guys. It is 8 o'clock. That was the fastest 30 minutes that I think we've ever actually that I've actually ever felt. You know what I mean? That went really fast. Also traded this morning pre-market. I'm going to upload that video, just share my thought process and kind of some direction we want to take as far as momentum trading and stuff like that. Check out our Discord. Second link in the description below. It's 100% free. I'll give you all my trade ideas when I get in and out of positions, buy or sell, take a profit or a loss. I share all that. You could also take this conversation that we are having in the live chat right now over to our main chat room, and you guys can continue the conversation there. Have profits chats. You can check out people's profits and losses, of course, and there's also a lot of free useful tools there as well, past live stream videos, announcements, different stuff like that. So definitely check out the free Discord. Causing a ruckus, yeah, best decision I accidentally made. Wasn't even thinking of Bitcoin mining when I bought the system. Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. Work is getting busy. I'll catch you in the morning. All right, man. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Mara's selling off a little bit. Might be able to buy a little bit of a better low here. I was just talking about averaging down at like the 1650s and 1675. So if you can catch a little one, you can. Drop a like, fellow viewers. Yeah, drop a like for me, guys. Let's get more people into the chat room. We got momentum trading coming this week, as well as some great other trading opportunities, day trading, swing trading, etc. So definitely check it out. We'll see you guys all in the morning. And remember, let's end the year on a green note. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.